That's okay.
Okay, so like I was saying, um,
Did they tell you a year for this September 1st? Is
Because
it?
I'm supposed to hear some news this September as well, but it's not for promotion. It's just regarding pay and things for this September.
you're gonna get a pay increase this September. Are you supposed to get a bonus? 'Cause I hear coins dropping, like just dropping, dropping, dropping.
Yeah, that's supposed to happen this September.
Yeah, I don't know if they do it by email or what it is, but it's almost like you pick up your phone and it's 9 a.m. and you get this notification, like you get a bonus, you get a check, something is like auto delivered, like you just get it thrown at you.
Hmm. Maybe direct deposit.
Maybe something like that. I don't know how your bonus system works, if you're notified or if there's a letter or if you just get the deposit sent in. That's what it feels like. It's you just get it. And
Yeah,
it
it's
kind of
all three of
happens
those.
good.
They would call me. We have our video call, and then they would notify me. They'll email me, and then they also do the direct deposit. So it's literally all three.
Good. Good. So I it's weird. They've never given me anything that specific, but I think that's whenever it's supposed to happen, and it feels like it's just going to happen at the right time. Um, they're talking about, I don't know why, if you're going to be like having this meeting, if or like talking to your boss, it feels like there's like an opportunity for you to just put your name in like a hat somewhere and be like, hey, I'm really looking for growth with X, Y, and Z. I'm ready for this. Just letting you know I'm willing to like take next steps. It's like a very casual thing that you throw in there during these meetings.
Just did that last Tuesday. It was because it's the end of the year for them, August. September is a new year, so it was a performance review, and we went over the potential that this September is like a pay increase, but I threw my name in the hat, like you said, just casually. It's like, hey, I'm looking forward to next September, when I would be up for promotion cycle again. But yeah, they acknowledged it. They already mentioned it that they were trying to get it this year, but because I was ahead of my time, I couldn't.
Yeah, that's why I say like you're gonna have to play the politic game. So somebody's coming in and talking about like they're watching you, they're watching you, they're watching you. So it's gonna be really important that you play that role. Maybe not as like in your face, like, hey, I'm doing my job, I got it done. Just more of like a team player type of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So the next one is going to be for you, Four of Pentacles. And remember, our pentacles is our money and our grounding in relationships. So whenever I talk about grounding in relationships, pentacles are also connected to the element of earth. And we don't want to be too high up in fantasy land and Delulu, as all the young kids say these days. We want to kind of have our head on our shoulders. And for all intents and purposes, you do have your shit together. So this is going to be a good time. They're talking about from the next 6 months to a year where things are going to start to line up in motion and really push you forward career wise. What does your branch do for the hospitals? Because they're talking about like you being in, it feels more corporate. Do you do like more corporate type things? I know you're like at home, but like eventually, where does
Yeah.
management leave?
Yeah, it's corporate supply chain. We get all the supplies and contracting for our hospital member sites. Um, so I'm in supply chain, senior analyst at the moment. Next step is manager, then director, then VP. That's pretty much the ladder.
Yeah. Um, so they're talking about they like you. They do. They like you. I feel it feels like you're one of the young ones, so that's there. And that is
Yeah,
a
you're
good
right.
thing and a problem because you want to keep going. And they're like, but wait, wait, wait. It's not your time yet. Wait, wait, wait. Like, it's kind of like a little bit of a bullshit. So that's why I say like temperance comes in and really reminds you to have patience, even though like
Hmm.
you can do it. You can do it because you're good at it. And that's another thing. You are very good at this job, and that's why I know the frustration is there. It is.
Yeah.
I feel this from you, and I get it because I have watched people in similar situations also get passed up, but then something else finds them that's a much better fit.
I
But
mean, that's where it is. I did get passed up. Last cycle, someone that got hired after me, she is younger than me,
mhm.
uh, got promoted to manager. I missed out for reasons I can't even say, but yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Um, she feels like she knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. That's what that felt like.
Mm.
The politics game is not kind. So that's why I say you kind of have to play that just a little bit. But
You said?
you're a data analyst,
Yeah, yeah,
right? So that's what you do, data analyst.
yeah.
Um, I'm trying to see if there's other things you could go into. You could go deeper into tech, and I think you would really like that. I think you would be good at that. Like tech companies, tech software. I don't know if they have like pharmaceuticals there where you are. Where I am, we have Novo Nordisk, and that's a huge pharmaceutical company here. Um, in Florida, I can't remember if they have any pharmaceuticals there, but I
I mean,
don't
my
think
company has different branches. They have pharmaceutical, they have food, they have tech, they have different aspects in the same company.
so. I think you could be really good at either one of those. So why is it important to kind of stay here? Because I think you can branch out. I don't really, and I also don't like, I'm trying to see if I see you guys moving, see you guys leaving Florida. I don't really see that happening unless like something really big happens and you guys just really want to leave.
Right.
But you guys feel very comfortable in Florida. But everybody has free will. Like, take what I say with a grain of salt. It's it's up to you about how y'all choose that.
Hmm.
But the next card that I see for you is definitely going to be the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups, which is interesting because she got the Two of Wands, so you're getting the Two of Cups, really represents the Two of Cups is water, and that represents our emotions. And so this also for you, I think career-wise, talks about needing to make connections. Um, where you need to kind of find somebody that you can work with collaboratively, but you guys are going to like hit it off. It's almost like you're going to have find somebody else in a new field that you need. That's going to push you, and you guys are going to work better together. Does that make
Hmm.
sense?
Yeah, yeah, makes sense.
So I think it's going to open a lot of doors, but you need some support. You need somebody that also is like going to look out for you while you're at work.
Hmm.
Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah, I've got a few people.
Good. So I want you to continue to foster those relationships, especially as these cycles of promotion come up for you,
Hmm.
because I think that's going to make things better.
Okay, gotcha.
Um, what else can I answer for you?
I don't have questions.
It's just, I don't know. I don't either. Just anything general if it comes through.
Anything non-career wise?
Anything non-career? Okay, I got it.
Life wise.
Life-wise. Okay, I got that too. Okay, life-wise.
Jesus.
Marriage.
You can ask whatever question you want. This is your time. Nobody's gonna see this but
No,
you.
just general life wise.
Okay. General. So the first card, you guys, you're getting some repeated cards. So I think you, for the most part, things don't seem they don't seem rocky. So if you guys have been having a hard time, or maybe haven't been listening or hearing each other, or whatever the issue may be, I think we're going to kind of be moving past that. As far as like general marriage, you guys kind of seem like you got your head on your shoulders and your shit pretty much together compared to about, oh, I don't know, 95% of other people that I read for. Okay. Because a lot of my readings are relationship love readings. And you're the first couple I've ever like read for together, so that's pretty cool. Um, but also like you guys have it together for the most part. So Ace of Wands talks about like desires and just things moving very quickly. I think everything that you guys are doing is kind of falling into place with where you need to be like as a couple. I would say as individuals, since you're going to be spending a lot more time together as coworkers and partners, it's going to be kind of important. They're talking about like having something for yourselves, having a hobby for yourself, being individuals as much as you are together. And I think that's really going to kind of help you grow in a very different way. And also you're going to need some moments to kind of miss each other a little bit. Otherwise, you're going to get on each other's last motherfucking nerve. That's just the root of it. You can't like live together, carpool together, work together, even if you're on different floors. You're still there. And that might be like some hesitation because like, oh, I'm gonna see you all the time. I think in the end it's gonna work out. But it's gonna be important that you each kind of have like your own thing that you can rely on and like not just scrolling TikTok, like learn a new recipe, do something for yourself. Even if it's like just a way, carving time out for your own selves, your own happiness. Um, so the Two of Cups, you guys, this is going to be a big relationship year for you guys together and separate as far as like connections with work are going to be very, very ideal for the both of you. Even for you, Sunny, going to like the hospital, going part-time, um, and going into this new environment, like having people that are in your corner that are going to be supportive. Um, they're talking about like people at the hospital kind of like being gossipy and cliquey and just maybe not like the best. Very
I,
toxic.
I I didn't tell them why I was leaving. I just
Mm-hmm.
told them for personal reasons I can't work Monday through Friday, but they don't know I have a job
Mm-hmm.
because of that reason.
Yeah. So I would keep that to yourself for a little
Hmm.
bit longer. Eventually, I hear somebody say eventually it's going to come out. Like people are going to know. But I think it'll be okay. And in the long run, I don't really think that's something for you to worry about. Like, oh, am I going to lose my job over this? Like, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But definitely like hold that to yourself.
For sure.
Hold that to yourself. But Two of Cups really is going to be great for you. It's going to be a really big relationship year. And like also doing things for each other as partners. Kind of don't get lost in the toddler years. Like have connection with each other. Um, even
Good
though
to say.
that can be hard, like paying attention to each other.
Mhm.
Does that make sense? I hopefully that makes
You
sense.
just validated him.
Oh, I did. Oh, yay. Good, 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 good. Um, because I think that's what you guys need. You need to grow as individuals, but also like parenthood is hard. The toddler years are hard.
Yeah.
And you have to carve time out. Even if you're like, no, no, just more cuddles. One night a week. I'm telling you, it'll help you. One night a week for yourself, one night a week for each other.
Good.
Even if you have to do something as like share a Google Calendar and write it down. I told a man, I said, you need to put flower subscription in your phone every month. Just do it. And it worked. But that's what he needed. He needed somebody to tell him to do that because he didn't know how to make his partner happy. Um, so the next things that maybe kind of be like bumps in the road for the two of you relationship wise together. So you guys are about to go through some transitions. Even though I know we're like happy-go-lucky and everything is a new beginning because we're going to start a new job, new promotion, all the stuff, right? But with that comes more responsibilities and more tasks. So you have the Seven of Cups here, and that talks about like juggling too much and your cups are kind of running over. Like you've got to ask for help and delegate to each other either whenever you're stressed or like delegating outside of work, having those boundaries down. For you, it could be the hospital, not taking on too much responsibility that's not your responsibility to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be very taxing and overwhelming, and kind of speaking up for yourself and saying no a little bit more.
Okay.
But just not feeling so emotionally drained. And that could be, if you're not careful, that can be a theme that comes up in your next placement, in your next promotion, in your next job. And you don't want that to like come and bother you at home or anything like that. So it's important that you kind of learn those lessons now as you're here with each other. If you're feeling stressed, you need to be like, hey, I need 5 minutes. Let me take a walk. Um, or hey, like I need to say no more at the office because this really isn't my fucking job.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Especially if it gives you like anxiety or just really triggers you to the point to where you're like, I don't know if I can really do this anymore.
Okay.
So if it's that deep, you need to do something about it. So the next card is going to be the Magician, which is a really good card. So the Magician is all about kind of manifesting and paving a way. But what I mean by that is you're kind of working with the tools that you have, the skill set that you already have. The magician talks about like being intuitive and listening to your own gut instincts. Um, and so usually that's where I encourage people to be a little bit more spiritual in their practice. Don't ever not listen to your intuition, your gut feelings. In my own experience, that can keep you out of personal trouble, real life trouble, spiritual trouble. If it doesn't feel great, listen to that feeling always.
Okay.
But the magician also is a really good card for whenever you're trying to manifest things and you guys are trying to manifest two really big things. You want to go through this job and to have another child. And so those are going to be really good. That's a really good card for you guys for this year, for this next 6 months coming up. Like it's gonna be really good. I promise. I see a lot of good things happening. I think if anything starts to go downhill, it's because you guys aren't listening enough to each other.
Okay.
That's what it feels like. If I have to be honest, it's you guys kind of getting into your own way, not listening is going to be the number one thing. When somebody says, hey, I feel like this, you can't immediately react. You have to kind of sit down and be like, okay, okay, really see it for what it is. And sometimes that is really hard. It's easy for me to say, it's hard to do in practice. I even struggle for myself. But I heard something today that I think really resonates, especially with this reading, just from the energy from the two of you, is that, I'm responsible for my own triggers whenever it comes to my emotional awareness, and nobody else is responsible for that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's just good general life advice, and it felt very appropriate for this reading. So the next cards I kind of pulled for you guys are the Four of Pentacles again, which talks more about hard work and money and things coming. So that's a repeated message. Like you guys have things that are coming towards you, but I feel like the road to get what you want has just been so long. We've just become very impatient.
I
But
know I'm very impatient person.
yes. Yes. And that's okay. It is 100% it's okay to be impatient. But I think it's going to pay off. So what's interesting for that is you have, for as much as you guys are kind of like got a lot of grounding going on, you guys, so cute, have a lot of this spiritual stuff going on, and not anything bad, but I think you guys are both kind of like more intuitively inclined, because you do have the high priestess coming up, and that's feminine energy. And that really talks again about you listening to your own intuitive process, like your own dreams. And anybody and everybody can have like feminine energy. It's not just like for women, it's for men and women. And that can come in the place of dreams. That can come in the place of past loved ones or past friends visiting. And or they're talking about like psychic cord connection. So I don't know why we need to talk about this, but we are. Where anytime you have an interaction with somebody, you're making a energetic connection, even if it's just a small one. And people can kind of pull on that energetic connection. Sometimes it can be intentional with a practitioner or somebody that does practice privately. And sometimes it can be unintentional. And this can be like, oh, I keep thinking about this person. Why am I thinking about this person? Or why am I dreaming about this situation or just a thing? And sometimes if you can't identify that it's you, it is the other person pulling on that space, that energetic cord. And sometimes it can be overwhelming where you're like, why am I thinking about this shit all the time? Like, this is so dumb. Um, but that is what that is. That is an energetic cord pull to somebody else. Does that kind of make sense? Or do you guys have like questions or experiences with that?
It makes sense. I don't. So, do we have any questions on them? No, no questions.
Okay. Because sometimes people are like, oh, yeah, that definitely, like, that's what's happening. So I always try to pause now in case people have like more things that they need to say. So
Mhm.
the next one is you are not alone in this uncertain place, which is really interesting because you guys do have a lot of just deceased family that are really close. In particular, I don't know if the lion means anything to you, sir, but I hear and see a lion that comes around you like a lion isn't a spirit animal. I usually don't do animal connections.
Mhm.
We are today. Um, the lion and like a cheetah. Something like very more
Mhm.
animalistic. I'm not the animal communicator. I'm not even going to pretend to be the animal communicator, but you can Google more information. If I come across things that I think are pertinent to the reading, I will put it on her webpage and you can read more about it. But that is the energy that I kind of see and feel around for you, the lion and the cheetah, which It's very interesting. I think that's more of like a protective energy. And I feel like if you wanted to dive more into your spirituality or do meditations or anything, you can ask those spirit guides and spirit animals to kind of come with you and lead you. And they do come forward. I have had past instances where I was like, I keep seeing a hawk, a hawk, a hawk. And the lady was like, oh, yeah, that's my grandfather. He loved hawks. There was a hawk that watched me for a week outside of my window, and I would send her hawk videos because I was like, you can tell your grandfather to go back. Now, thank you very much. But that is something I see definitely for you. Um, So they're talking about your son seeing things. Does he talk about things that he sees?
He
Like,
doesn't talk, but we see him just pointing and laughing, like in the
mm-hmm.
air. Or when he's sleeping, he's like giggling and talking in his sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah.
So he has a lot of those kind of experiences, and that's pretty normal for most kids. Some kids have it more than others. Mm, um, but you will start to notice that more and more with him. Especially because that little girl follows him around really close. So when she is born, they're going to be very, very close. Very, very close. It's almost going to be like, oh, I remember you. Oh, I remember you. It's going to be
Yeah.
very close. Um, I wouldn't be surprised that once she is born, if you look at their natal charts, you'll probably be able to see if they've had past lives together. Like my older two have had past lives together, and I could see that, and I can see it in how they react. Um, so I think he's going to be very, very close to her, but I also think he sees and feels a lot of the spirit activity, even if he doesn't talk right away. Um,
Mhm.
And that's not really something to be worried about if he's not talking a lot, a lot. That will,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that will come. Keep talking to him. He can talk.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just not happening. They're talking about it's not happening at the rate of speed that it should be or is or whatever. I think personally, I think that's a load of crap. As long as they're talking and they're responding to your verbal cues, then
Mhm.
it's fine.
Yeah, he understands us. I
Yeah.
think too much sometimes, but he understands us.
Yeah. And I get that. I do. Um, so the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is kind of interesting because the next card is nobody's kind of coming to save you. And what that means is like you have to be hyper vigilant. If you want something, you have to go get it. Nobody's going to hand it to you on a silver platter. Like it's not going to work that way. Um, as much as we want it to, you guys have to build a better future. And they're just talking a lot about like maybe parents or dad or whoever was not around as much or just not the best person. The connection is just not there that like you have to build better. You're the one that's paving a different way for the next generation. It's almost like they're talking about like not having a lot of support with like life decisions and choices and things. Um, but I think ultimately you're going to be okay. You're just the one that's paving a different path. And for a lot of people, I've found like a lot of millennials that I have read for and stuff, that's kind of how it is. Like maybe you were parenting outside of traditional norms or you're just doing things like very differently. You're kind of on your own.
Mhm.
You don't have a lot of support because that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Um, We're almost at our last 10 minutes. I don't want to get cut off before warning you. So the next few cards, next one is mood, and that's just kind of a vibe to kind of take it easy. Like you have a lot of change happening and that's coming for you. That's going to be good. And also sometimes it's going to be bad because mostly it's the little shit that's going to get you guys if you don't pay attention. Oh, I'm burnt out at work and I'm stressed and now I'm yelling and screaming and I don't even know how I got here. It's almost like we wake up and we're like, why are we fighting? What is the
Hmm.
point?
Yeah.
So that's why I say like take the time to grow as individuals and also like prioritize each other, spending time with each other, because that's going to be really, really important. And that just keeps things strong.
Hmm.
So the next couple cards are really good cards. The next one is God is a Goddess. You guys have a lot of intuitive cards.
Yeah.
That talks a lot about like your intuition and kind of listening to it. So you guys can make things happen. You guys are really, really good together. You feel really good together. Do you have like specific relationship questions, or do you want to know if you're going to hit goals? Um,
Just living living life day by day.
I know.
Uh, oh, really? No goals. I mean, career wise, yes. Personal life wise, I feel like, we have, I mean, at least I know from my end, but I know from hers too. We're pretty solid.
I know.
Uh, we have a kid. We're trying for another one. Um, yeah, we just want to be secure enough to, travel and have fun and play with our kids. That's pretty much it. No, nothing big.
Well, I think you will. I think you will. You guys feel really good together, and I think that it doesn't feel like this is your first life together with her, and I think that's why it's easy with her. Um, I think you guys have definitely had quite a
I
few
definitely feel
lives.
old. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been together for 12 years, but it just feels like forever.
You've been together for 12 years, but it was easy getting
Yeah.
together. And that's what it feels like. Was every life, like I'm looking right now, was every life great with her? No. But I think you're one of the rare people that have kind of learned the lessons from previous lives. So whenever we pass away, we kind of, what I see is people like have to review their life and they decide like, hey, I learned that lesson, or hey, I want to go back and relearn it. I think you guys kind of have. And as far as the relationship, as long as you're listening to each other, making time for each other, making time for yourselves, I think you guys have one of the few solid relationships I have seen. And I speak to a lot of people, their relationships. Um, but that's because you guys have put in a lot of work for a lot of lifetimes.
Mhm.
And as far as the fertility thing going, it's going to work out. I don't see a lot of kids this lifetime, but I do see two. Um, the money's going to come. It's just going to take time. You were in the right career for you. I'm telling you, data analytics is going to be really good for you. And just, they keep talking about the tech side, the tech side, the tech side. And I think if you don't go into management, I think you're going to go into tech.
Okay.
Um, were you guys talking about moving to like more of a different area for your job, or like to like use a different part of your career?
No, because we can work from anywhere.
Yeah. Um, I think you're, it definitely feels like you're gonna stay there, but if you ever do switch jobs, it's gonna be like a job that's not in Florida because it's gonna pay more. It's
Mhm.
gonna pay more. But also I see like a different company coming to Florida that's more like tech based. keep your eye out if you, I think you're going to get this promotion, but I don't know if you're going to stay with this company forever, ever, 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 like retirement, like you stay there for 65 years.
Mhm.
I would keep an eye out if I were you, because I'm also a practical person, for tech companies coming to the state
Oh,
where people are moving their companies. I would start watching them
mhm.
and
Okay.
like how you can align to those companies. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
I think that would be a really good, also just we're living in a world and everything's expensive strategy to look at.
Hmm.
And I know because I moved away from Florida. The
Yeah.
Florida is.
Yeah, with the promotion, I'll have more leverage going to any other company. So,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think you're going to get it, but I think you're going to get that bonus first. That's what it feels like happens. Um, but yeah, we are at our last 3 minutes. Do you guys have anything else for me? Any questions I can wrap up for you?
No, nothing. Nothing.
Awesome. I hope I answered everything. I know you guys were like, ah, and I hit you with a lot of information, but you're going to be able to listen to this. I'm going to email it to her and she'll have a web page where she can look it up and look at it. Okay. And
Mhm.
you can look at it too. And I don't share it with anybody. If you share it with somebody, then they have access to it. I've had
Mhm.
clients do that in the past and they asked if they could get it back. And I said no.
Yeah.
Um, so that's just how that works. But yeah, do you
Yeah,
guys?
appreciate it. It was very detailed.
Yeah.
Um, you definitely hit some points that gave me goosebumps.
All right.
Uh, so no, it was fantastic. I know she just had to step away because he's been cranky, but I'm sure she feels the same.
All right. Well, if she has any questions, she can just text me. It's going to take a minute for this last reading to upload, but then
Mhm.
I'll just email them to you guys. Okay.
All right, appreciate it.
You're welcome. You guys have a great night.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Bye-bye.